Hi everyone, welcome. Thanks for joining me. If you're joining me today, you'll either see this in one of two places or both. If you're interested in knowing the extra that I have, this video is the first of the cell salt series. And I'm not necessarily going in order, and you can go to the Divine Spiritual Journey to figure out why if you're interested. But I'm starting with magnesium phosphate, and excuse me, I'm sorry, I'll wait for the airplane. But hopefully you guys can still hear me. It's not too important, not getting into the nitty gritty just yet, but I'm starting with magnesium phosphate. And magnesium phosphate is such an important cell salt mineral, and if you saw the introduction or any of my earlier videos, you'll know that I am speaking on the 12 cell salts from Schussler's theory, and it's magnesium phosphate, not to be confused with any other. There's several different forms of magnesium, but magnesium phosphate is what we're talking about today. So what is it? What does it do for us? Magnesium plays a major role. It has so many key functions in our body. Magnesium phosphate is crucial for maintaining strong bones and teeth. There's about 60% of our body's magnesium stored in our bones, and it helps regulate calcium absorption and bone density. There's actually one interesting thing about calcium. Calcium is going to help contract, and magnesium helps relax, okay? As far as muscles and functions in the body, we'll say. But magnesium is also a major player in our energy production. It is vital for the conversion of food into energy and the synthesis of proteins and nucleic acids. It's essential for proper muscle function, including relaxation, and I already said that, but relaxation and contraction of muscles. So it also plays a key role in the contraction of muscles. One thing I really like to do for my own personal workout regimen, I love to take magnesium phosphate to be specific, but I'll take that in tablet form, in cell salt form, to help get me ready, and then I'll take some after for recovery. It helps with the transmission of nerve impulses and the stabilization of neuronal function. So if you're someone with nerve issues, that's actually how I found cell salts. I was having nerve pain, numbness and tingling, jumping around in my body, and the most that I had it was in the right foot. It was in the right foot, right on that. I think it's the metatarsal. Excuse me, don't quote me. I don't remember. I'll have to look up what that bone is in the foot. But right on that right on the side of my foot, in the middle part. It was awful. I could not stand. And that's when I found Best Made Natural Products. That's the company that I use now for my cell salts. I found them. I got the 12 cell salt kit, and I love Dr. George Carey. A lot of my research is from Dr. George Carey's biochemic system of medicine. And magnesium phosphate was one of the chief remedies for what I was going through. So I used that in combination with another cell salt. And I'm sorry, I don't want to go around too much because I know I'm just talking about magnesium phosphate in this video. But I used that in combination with Caliphos, and it worked wonders. I was right as rain. I want to give it about 3 days, but yeah, I was back to normal. I told myself if I got any worse, I'd go to the hospital and get it checked out, but it never happened. I got better. So, not to say, sorry, I'm outside. I like being outside. And it's actually great to get your magnesium, you know what I mean? But yeah, so that's what I use to help me get back on track. And yes, I fixed myself. I'm not encouraging everyone else to do that, but you're ruler of your body. You know what I mean? You're in charge of your body. You should know you, and you should know what's best for you. So I took it upon myself to figure out what was going on, and it worked for me. So do your research, do what feels best for you. But just take your health seriously. That's always my suggestion. But anyways, it also is very important for our heart health. Magnesium plays a role in maintaining the electrical stability of the heart and can prevent arrhythmias. It's good for it. It helps maintain the balance of electrolytes in the body, which is necessary for normal cellular function and fluid balance. So I spoke on how to get magnesium phosphate. Of course, we have supplements out there, but first and foremost, we have food. I like the cell salts because not all of our food is good food. You know what I mean? That's a whole nother conversation. But we should really be getting these mineral salts from our food first and foremost, and that's the best way to get it. Magnesium phosphate is, and this is just if you Google, what is good, what foods are rich in magnesium. That's what I did from this, and I'll read you what it came up with, and some of the things and I'll tell you some of the things I like. Leafy green vegetables, high in magnesium. It says things like spinach, kale, Swiss chard, nuts and seeds, almonds, cashews, pumpkin seeds, and sunflowers. Personally, I really like cashews and pumpkin seeds. Sunflowers too, I like the taste. I'm like, body feeling wise, I don't really feel the nutrients. It just tastes good to me. It doesn't feel bad, but it doesn't feel, most foods that I know I need and my body knows I need, I feel real good after. You know what I mean? It's just like a body. If you know, if you know, you know what I mean? That's all I can say. But I only get that really with cashews and pumpkin seeds. Sunflower seeds, they're a cool snack, nice to munch on. So if you like it, go for it. Again, this isn't, take it. If it resonates with you, leave the rest. I just know what works for me. And like I said, do your own research. Everyone is different. You want to know what works for your body. So whole grains are another good source of magnesium. Brown rice, quinoa, whole wheat, legumes, black beans, chickpeas, and lentils. Some of the fruits, avocados, I love avocados, specifically guacamole. I'm sorry, I'm going to wait for the airplane to go a little bit. But yeah, I love fruits, specifically, the avocados. I love avocados, specifically guacamole. And bananas, I'm not a big fan. I can tell, I can feel the nutrients. I usually pair it with other things though too. I don't like bananas, so I don't eat them by themselves. I just put them in smoothies. And figs, I love figs. I get a nice rejuvenation feeling when I eat figs. I'm just letting you know. You also have to be careful though, because it helps you. It's higher in fiber, I believe. Don't quote me, because I don't know the composition of figs. I just know how I feel body-wise, and I know they're better for you. But I believe that's a fruit higher in fiber, because it does help me go. You can't eat too many of them, and I learned the hard way. I'm just letting you know. And fish like mackerel, salmon, halibut. I don't really eat too much mackerel or halibut, but salmon I like. I like salmon a lot, so I'll eat that. Dark chocolate. I love dark chocolate. Dark chocolate is, that's one of my things. And it's, let me see. Oh, those were just some other notes. Sorry, I'm going on my notes because you know me. If you know me, not a lot of you do, but if you do know me, you know I like to go everywhere. So I'm reading off of my notes just to stay focused. But another thing important about magnesium for me is the digestive process. Magnesium, we need it for a lot of the processes that happen in our body. especially during digestion. And what is it? Magnesium phosphate and nat sulfate are actually two ones that I really like to pair with food for digestion. There's a few other, but I don't want to I don't want to make the video too complicated, so I'll just throw those out there real quick. That's a completely different video. But it cells use magnesium to form magnesium phosphate and other compounds, contributing to the mineral roles in energy production, muscle function, and other physiological processes. You want to make sure you're maintaining proper levels of magnesium. I believe, and I have to look up, if I can find it, I'll go ahead and link it in the comments, but a lot of the US is deficient in magnesium, you know. It's just one of those things. A lot of people, I feel like it's more of a trend now, but if you do the research, you know, you read back and you look, everything is connected, you know what I mean? So it looks like it's been an issue for a while, but you can say it's, you know, I feel like it's one of those things like, what came first, the chicken or the egg, you know what I mean? So many things could have happened, you know, there's so many different variables, but what I do know is if more people got magnesium in them, they would be so much happier. It's one of those things, I don't think I mentioned it, but it's even there's a lot of magnesium phosphate in our brain matter that makes up our brain matter, along with phos. So it's a very important cell salt. It's a very important mineral salt. So if you know that you're deficient in magnesium, certainly make sure that you take the initiative to make sure you're upping your magnesium intake. Make sure you get foods that are richer in magnesium. I gave you some. Google your own. Again, you know, not everything works for everybody, but those are a few that I know worked for me. So I want to encourage you just to take your health seriously. And that is a little bit more information about magnesium phosphate. So for my viewers who are seeing this video from the Divine RM Vitality page, I thank you so much for joining me. That's the end. If you would like to see any more, you can click on to the extended video, which will be posted on the Divine Spiritual Journey. That it'll be posted over there on that channel. If you have any questions, feel free to email me. I'll do my best to get back to you in a timely manner. Understand I'm a single mom and I'm doing my best. But I'm also working on for my website, which is also posted, and I can put the link in the description for this video. I'm working on doing consultations. Again, not medical advice, but consultations with the cell salts, because I have done a lot of research on how to utilize them. I use these things daily. My family uses them, my friends use them, and they have really felt a difference in their wellness journeys. Of course, it's not the end all of all, but it helps me. It certainly helps me. So if you find it might help you, you know, I encourage you to find out, you know. I encourage you to find out, and I encourage you to stay well. Thanks for joining us. And if you want to see the rest of the video, please click over to the Divine Spiritual Journey. Thank you. See ya.